Hey, 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 just thought I'd jump on and say hello. It is Diane coming to you from the tundra of Connecticut. It is pretty gosh darn cold out. I know it is all across the country, so it's all relative because even if you're down south and it's cold for you, it's just as cold. But man, is it cold out. I think it was like -8 this morning. Horrible, and I do have to go outside again in a few minutes. Hey, Anu, hello. Just wanted to jump on and say Happy New Year to everybody. I know I haven't talked to anybody yesterday. I was with the family all day. And I'm doing some kind of heavy duty copywriting. A lot of copy today. So my brain is a little fried. My wrists hurt a little bit. But when you get into the groove with copy and it's coming out of you, you just got to keep writing it. So did everybody have a happy new year? Did you have fun? Oh, no heat, Kathy. I'm glad it is on again. That's good news, because that's the horror. That's the scary part is when you think your furnace isn't going to work or something shuts down. My lower level, the heat wasn't working right when I left the other day. So hopefully I go home and it's working right. The rest of the house is fine, but there's something going on down there. It's not pumping. And I usually work down there, but I'm going to be working upstairs, I think. So hey, Leslie, hello. Too many tourists in Costa Rica. Those damn tourists, Lisa. I actually know what you mean, because when I lived in New York, everybody would come into town to see the lights and everything, and you couldn't get down the street, and it would be like, oh my gosh, where are they all coming from? So what are you guys up to for the new year? I'm doing a new, doing some pretty new stuff for me. Not at liberty to discuss it all yet, but definitely a big change, and something that I never, ever thought I'd be doing. But then again, I never thought I'd be in marketing. I was supposed to be a teacher. So sweet serendipity. And that's, I guess, what I want to talk about today. And I don't have any really big topic. I just jumped on randomly because I had a few minutes. Hello, Susan. You gotta open yourself up. Because you never know where the road's going to take you. You never know. My mentor always used to say you have to be a yes person. When you say yes more often, then what starts to happen is things show up. People, places, and things show up. So when you say yes to going to the event and you meet, your potential business partner, when you say yes to maybe picking up a new course or picking up a new skill. By the way, sidebar, I know everybody's talking about New Year's resolutions and everybody's jumping up and down, and I see all the posts. It's the second day. Are you still, on target? And guys, I don't subscribe to any of that stuff. It's just like, look, you gotta find what it is you're going for, and you gotta work every day, and if you don't work every day, you don't get what you want. So we don't have to, do all the resolutions, and, a lot of people are talking about accountability groups and stuff like that. And I just don't believe in that stuff either. I believe in runny buddies. I believe in linking arms with someone and going after your goals together. But, as far as, if you need someone to hold you accountable, you're not in state. Hey, Dwayne, Happy New Year, honey. You're not in state. It doesn't make you wrong. It doesn't make you bad. It just means you're not in state. You guys know when you've wanted something. When you've wanted something, or when you were in danger, or you had to figure something out, or you had to do something to take care of your kids or whatever, you're able to figure stuff out. Well, I just seek the state. I don't try to beat myself up or make the checklist and stuff like that. I mean, you can if you like that. I'm not criticizing those that do. I just know that I know that it's really about your state. Motivation is internal. It can never be external. Okay? Motivation will never be external. Yes, you can hang out in a group, and inside of that group, you may behave in a certain way because that's the norm. And if you can figure out how to use that to catapult yourself forward, do it. Do whatever you got to do to trick yourself. I'm all into tricking yourself. But in the end, motivation will never be external. Never, ever is going to be. Never has been, never will be. And when you think about it, and you think about your life, and you think about the times that you've executed, it was never because of someone else. It was because you wanted something. Now, let me back that up, because sometimes it is because of someone else, because like when you were a teenager and you fell in love and you figured out how to do all kinds of things to be with your love, well, then it was because somebody else, but it was because you wanted them. You wanted the kiss, you wanted the whatever. When you figured out how to get something and you rearranged your whole finances or something, and you magically, created money or made it happen, it was because you wanted something. So if you work harder on that thing you want, that thing you're after, and it doesn't have to be a thing, it could be a feeling. Most often it is a feeling, and then we buy a thing because we think the thing makes us feel a feeling, right? We buy a car because we think the car makes us feel successful. We buy a watch, we buy a whatever. But if you work harder on that why and that thing that you're after, and you really focus on that, you're going to find a heck of a lot more motivation than if you sit and, make a list of, I'm going to go to the gym every day, or I'm going to do this every day. And that's why I just don't, I know when, you ever watch like an animal that's getting ready to charge, that's ready to get, go look at a video of a tiger that's getting ready to pounce. I feel when that desire is welling up in me, and I feel that thing starting to happen, and then I position myself for the pounce, for the run. If I don't, hi Sue, if I don't feel that coming on, I don't put myself in a position where, I'm trying to make myself do something that I don't like to do. And maybe I learned this early on because I do have like ADHD and stuff like that. Maybe I learned because what I learned is I can learn anything when I wanted to. And when I don't want to, it's almost impossible. Like getting me to read a novel for the sake of reading a novel is almost impossible. It's very hard for me. I keep forgetting what the page before said. I have to go back. It's very hard for me. Getting me to read a bunch of books on marketing or something down at the library, the bookstore, because I want to learn how to execute something, I could read that all day. Why? What's the difference? Because one has something on the other side of it, and one, for some people, is pleasurable. For me, it's not pleasurable at all. So, really working on that thing you want, really thinking about it, really getting clear on where you're going, what you're doing. And then if we go back to what I started talking about, is that, what's his name? What's the name of the guy who runs Jason Nagel? I was listening to a very old recording today, I think from 2008. It came up in my memory as the year-end call from 2008, and you were on the beginning of the call barking at me because I hadn't returned a call to you, which I think is hysterical now after all these years. You think about it, it'd be nice to see your name on caller ID anytime. But what's the guy who runs the Agape Spiritual Center? Michael Beckwith. Michael Beckwith says that when you ask for something, and always put on the end, or something better. Right? So I'd like to achieve this rank or something better. I always used to think I wanted to be a certain rank in a certain company. And then what ended up happening was so much better. I make more money. I have more flexibility. I have more freedom. So I ended up getting the thing that I really wanted, but in a better form. So when we open ourselves up to something better, and when we open ourselves up to people, places, and things, yes, Jason, you got to hear this audio. You were barking at me. You were like, somebody never returns my phone calls. And I'm like, geez Louise, we're in public, Jason. You're yelling at me. It was hysterical. And it just warmed my heart to hear some of the names. Jimmy Coley, all the old gang was, Kristen was the hostess of the call. So fun stuff. So, I'm actually about to, you'll hear in a few days when I'm at liberty to talk about it. I'm about to do something that's like completely counterintuitive to what you might think I'd be doing now. I'm doing something that's completely counterintuitive. I'm actually reducing my income by a lot. I'm actually taking away my freedom by a lot. I'm actually kind of locking myself in a box in a way after all these years of ranting about how I can't be in the box. It's not a hard box. You can jump around in it. But I'm changing a lot of the things that I've done, and it's completely counterintuitive. but every fiber in my being tells me it's the path. Now, I don't know how spiritual you guys are. I don't know if you're religious or whatever, but I'm telling you, God is going, go that way, young lady. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's the opposite of what you thought you were going for. It's the opposite of everything you ever thought you wanted to do. And yet every fiber of my being is telling me that's what I'm supposed to do. And so because I have that energy pulsing through me, who knows me? Tracy's here, a couple of you guys. Who really knows me? Am I a morning person? Somebody tell me who knows me. Is Diane a morning person? Are you likely to find Diane up and early and Adam? Not that often, right? And part of the reason why I didn't want to work a regular job is because I'm not a morning person. Guess what? Every morning, it's like 7 o'clock, I'm on the computer, right? Tracy's like, hell no. Tracy, go look at Facebook. You'll see me pretty much every morning. I'm up and at 'em. I'm working. I'm doing stuff. I pop on and say hi to people. And then check this out. Every night last week, I was asleep before 10 p.m. Diane Hockman, asleep before 10 p.m. I'm like, it's like 8:30, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to go upstairs and maybe read a little bit and turn in. And I get upstairs and I open up my Kindle and I go, like, I'm gone, okay? And then waking up bright and early. Now, that's a sign because that's telling me something's going on. There's all kinds of signs. And so I just follow it and be open to something different, right? Be open to trying something out. And I don't know exactly where it will completely go. But what I know is that when this thing happens in me, it's happened to me a couple times in my life, during that time period, I followed that energy. And for you guys, I think a lot of you are going to be excited because there's going to be changes in my content. There's going to be, hello, Mr. Green. Hey, Eric, the hats are hot. I know you said they're cheap hats, but I thought they were pretty damn hot. They'd look cute on me kind of sideways, don't you think? Do you guys all know Eric? Eric amuses me daily. I get online and there's about 4 people that amuse me tremendously, and Eric Green is one of them. There's a couple others. Eric Green is one of them. Maybe I'll tell you who the others are, but I like to keep them to myself. So, you know what, Eric? I don't know if I'm zigging or I'm zagging or I'm standing on my head, but it's going to be a win-win for everybody. It's going to be a really good thing. And it's funny because, do you guys know Doug Firebaugh? I know a lot of you do. Shouse is in the house. I know she knows Douglas, and I know Linda knows Douglas. A lot of people know Doug. And Doug wrote something to me the other day, and I just sat and I looked at it and I went, all right, he knows. Because he did write about there's a new desire to create content. We're starting a new podcast. For those of you that I owe some things to, because last year was a very rough year for me, you're going to be very happy. You're going to be very happy. I don't take my words lightly. Whether delayed or not, I don't take my words lightly. It's going to be cool. So anyway, that's it. I just want to give you guys some love and some encouragement and stuff. And I want to tell you to find that inner source, that inner energy inside of you. The energy is never, your success is never going to lay somewhere where you're looking for the energy externally. There's never going to be, sometimes there's environments that juice you. Of course. I'm here today because of environments that juice me. Cheers. Some beautiful water. Oh, by the way, I didn't come back. The other night, I did a Facebook Live on New Year's Eve. I was all dressed up and everything. Turns out my daughter did come down. You might have seen a picture. And we had a festival. We had so much fun. We were out at the big party and hanging out, and it was funny. How many of you guys have grown kids? It's a bizarre feeling to watch men hitting on your child. It's a bizarre, and you want to be the mother and you want to go in there and tell them to get the hell away from her, but she's a young woman and you can't do that. So you just kind of sit there and you watch to see if she knows how to handle herself, which I am proud to say my kid does. So proud to say that. But, man, that's weird. You know, when it gets about 11:45, dudes are cruising. They're cruising. They're programmed to do it. Doesn't make them bad. It's just what they're supposed to be doing. So, and she's a pretty girl. So, anyway, it was fun. It was cool. It was a nice night. So, yeah, Dwayne, that one's flown and the other one is mostly flown. I mean, she was in Australia for 2 years. She's back now for a while. But she's a grown up, you know, she lived on her own for quite a long time. So trying to treat her like a kid, I don't think, it is an odd feeling, Dwayne, isn't it? I mean, because you have kids that have gotten married now and stuff. It's a strange feeling. I can't even imagine when you become a grandparent what that feels like, because it's like you're supposed to be the mom and dad, and all of a sudden they're the mom or dad. It's got to be weird, but it's the circle of life. Ba-ba-da. I need to sing some Lion King. Did you like that? I could do the whole thing. I don't think you want it. Anyway, so I don't know. Let me know what's going on with you guys. Let me know what's up. Again, as always, if you're not on my list, I would be, especially now, because things are going to change over at the list as well. Got a Facebook group too, so yeah, I would get in there. And guess what? It's not because I'm going to sell you anything, because I'm not. That's the whole thing about what's going on now, is I'm doing this thing. So I'm busy doing the thing. I don't have time for all that. I have time to put out some content. I have time to share some ideas and concepts with people. And I have time to give back, which is really important to me. I've always tried to help people and, you know, give back to folks and share. Some people are abusive of it, but generally speaking, most of the people that, you know, receive the guidance and the help are very appreciative of it. So, I'm reading. Yes, Jennifer, absolutely. So, I'm going to pack up. I'm going to head out. I hope you guys are all finding your bliss. I know I am. And, I don't know, stay tuned. Watch for when I come back, or maybe there's a button I think you can click to tell it that when I go live, it will notify you. I don't even know how it all works. So Linda, 2K day, just like overnight. Linda, I'm driving to Philadelphia. I mean, we're so damn cold, I'd make you take me out for, you know, a cheesesteak. Come on, 2K day. There's, that made my day. That is just such wonderful news, Linda. I'm so happy for you. Hey, it's Techie Tony. All right. So yeah, is that what it is, B? After the broadcast, it gives you the option to subscribe. One of these days I'll get fancy. It is too cold for cheesesteaks, Linda. I'll save my, not that you offered it to me, but I'm just inviting myself, but, maybe this summer or something. We'll get Tracy to come up and you come down or something. Well, whatever. We'll all figure something out. We'll all be together. Or come down to, Ray's event. A bunch of us will be at Ray's event next month, which will be super fun. So, and gosh knows, hey Dave, I haven't seen you in ages. I hope everything's good. I know there was some stuff going on over there. Happy New Year, my friend. Okay, Linda, we've been talking cheesesteaks for like 5 years now. So we're gonna, it's Philadelphia and we're gonna get cheesesteaks. And we'll figure out when we're gonna be there. Maybe there is a, Bob Healig might have another event or something like that. Be a good reason to come down. Or run a mastermind, Linda. I'll drive down. It'll be fun. So, and Jason is close to Philly, and I haven't seen Jason in like a long time, and I miss him. And Jason, you know, the plaque that you gave me is in my new office. Out of all the things that I didn't keep, and believe me, I got rid of most everything, I did keep the plaque, because that meant a lot to me. Thank you very much. So, I'm going to go back to work. This is my rest my wrists period of the afternoon, and I think I'm gonna have to hook up with a chiropractor again, because the amount of writing I'm doing lately, I need it. I get to the point where I actually dictate to people. I'm like, give me someone to dictate to type, because I still have more to put out, but I can't do it anymore. So I just dictate copy now. So, which is fun because I'm better at it when I can lay my hands on the computer. So what we do is we go on Zoom and they type it in front of me, and then I have them edit it and format it. So it's kind of fun. Hello, Mr. Bennett. Is it cold in Fort Lauderdale too? I think it's probably is. It's cold everywhere. So cold for you guys, I suppose. But I would trade you. If you want to come to the tundra and I can go down to your place, that would be a good deal. Or maybe I should just come to your place and you should stay. And then we'd have fun. And we could do cartwheels on the lawn with your kid, or backflips, or whatever it is he does. I don't know how to do any of that. It is chilly for you guys down there, isn't it? Anybody got anything good cooking? I don't mean cooking like physically. Any new projects or anybody else doing anything cool? Let me know. I always like to stay in the loop about what people are up to. I actually was embarrassed. Shane Hunter, you guys know Shane? Brilliant guy. Crazy guy. Shane, I was celebrating that Ben Settle named his new thing something Abyss, you know, because my mastermind's called the Deep Abyss. And Shane showed up, and I was explaining that my mastermind was called the Deep Abyss, and Shane's like, of course I know. And it made me feel nice. I felt important. One of the big boys knows what I'm doing. It's cool. So that's it. By the way, the Deep Abyss is staying. It is not going anywhere, even though things are changing up for me. That was the one thing that I just really don't want to let go, because the Deep Abyss it's an important project to me. I don't know, it's part of an old legacy that I like to keep alive, so it's very good. All right, you guys can tell I'm tired. I'm going to go. I love you all. I'll see you guys later. Take care.